Is Drake dropping his new album For All the Dogs this upcoming Friday, August 11th? Today we're going to take a look at all the evidence on this because there's quite a bunch on it and actually some clear signs that we're actually getting this. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday, so today the last one went out and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So Drake announced this album middle of June together with his poetry book, Titles Ruin Everything, that I have 10 copies of, by the way. So if y'all need any, I can send y'all my spare copies. But he announced this album to quote-unquote go with the book. And the book is obviously already out. I mean, I have 20 copies sitting right here. And so people were wondering if this is, connected to the book. When might this be dropping? And we've been thinking that for quite some time now. Because if it is connected, then it should drop around the same time at least. So we were pretty sure that it was going to be coming at least soon in the near future. Also, he's on tour right now with 21 Savage on the It's All a Blur tour, which you might know from all the clips that have been going around of Drake picking up the bras on stage and finding bigger ones, and him announcing a couple of things concerning the project as well, like there being a Nicki Minaj feature on there, or then also some stuff about the release date that we got to take a look at and also look at what he most recently said, because that might be the reason why he's dropping it the 11th. So first of all, we had the clip that I went over in the last video on this already, but let's just kind of have a complete picture of this right here, where he said that this album would be dropping in a couple of weeks, which was pretty interesting because the tour is obviously still going until I think September 6th, or at least early September. And if he's dropping an album while on tour, as it's looking right now, that would be unfair for the people that go to the shows after the album's release date, because those people would be getting the new songs from the album performed live, while the ones that, went to the show before the album dropped, those never got to see those songs performed. And I get that the tour is for Her Loss, so those people still got kind of the new music from Drake, because Her Loss is not that far away. It's less than a year that it's been released, but still, to me, that never made sense that artists would drop albums on tour. And in the past, it's usually shown that the moments that we thought that, the projects that we thought that, they usually waited until after the tour, so that might be a sign against it. Still though, and here's the interesting part, at a most recent show in New York, he actually said, and there's a clip of this that has been going around when he was talking to the people after the show, he quote-unquote, let me read this to y'all, he quote-unquote said there, "Make new friends. If you drink, drink some liquor. If you smoke, smoke some weed. And if you like somebody, like my dad says, keep fucking. I will be back soon. I have an album dropping for you in like 2 weeks or some shit. But until then, just know you're always with me and I'm always thinking of you. Everything I do is for you. Every time I step in that booth, I hope I make you proud." You might have seen this clip already on your timeline on Twitter or X or on Instagram, but this is pretty interesting because he said this, I believe, August 3rd. So at that point, that week, 2 weeks in the future would have been August 11th. And even if he's wrong by like a week, we're at least going to get it like August 18th. That's the latest time that I would think he's dropping this. So we can definitely say that there's a new Drake album coming out, probably while he's still on tour, which is, to me, as I said, the reasons that I just explained, a bit crazy, but it seems like we're getting that. Also, something pretty interesting was that we thought he was actually going to be dropping 2 days ago, so on the 4th, because there were 2 more people that were supposed to be dropping that day, which was Trippie Redd with A Love Letter to You 5, that has now also, it's kind of sad that this got ruined again for Trippie, and also Quavo with Rocket Power, his tribute album to Takeoff, but those 2 people pushed their albums back. In the case of Quavo, I think to the 18th, and in the case of A Love Letter to You 5, I believe the 11th. And both of them, pushed it back only a couple of days before because maybe Drake would be dropping that day. And a lot of people have been making theories about Drake, giving them a call like, hey, yo, push your album back. You don't want to drop the same day as me. And some people are thinking that Trippie only pushed his album back out of fear that Drake would be surprised dropping the same day. And now it seems like Trippie played himself because, he pushed his album back and Drake didn't drop, so he could have just as well dropped the 4th, which would have been pretty good because Love Letter to You 5 is an album that is very dear to a lot of Trippie Redd fans, and that would help him kind of establish some sort of quality control again when it comes to putting out music, which we've seen kind of disappear with Mansion music. Or not quality control, but at least some sort of hype going on behind a project, because A Love Letter to You 5 at least has some hype going for him. Now, besides those facts that we got, and it seems like Drake is dropping in the next couple of weeks, either the 11th or the 18th. That is the theory so far, and that's the facts that we have so far. Drake has obviously been spotted with the dog masks over the past couple of weeks that I went over in the other video as well, which to me still looks like some sort of weird fetish. But there's been new footage of this, and it's not confirmed that this is Drake, but there was a report from Hip Hop Talk on Instagram that there was Drake spotted in a dog costume taking pictures with fans. As I said, this is not confirmed. The only source we have so far is Hip Hop Talk, so they said Drake spotted, but this could just be another fan that, put on this costume. So I'm just saying that there's a lot of imagery with this dog thing going on. Drake's also been posting some things on his Instagram stories, all related to dogs. So it's always, connected to this theme of For All the Dogs. That's, kind of a sign that something is coming at least sometime soon. Also, something that I wanted to add that I didn't include in the last video, because I don't know why, but here it is. At the same show that he announced that Nicki was going to be on there, which, by the way, Nicki also doubled down on that by posting a picture of the two of them and doing hashtag Dricky, I think the hashtag was. But Drake also revealed that Noah 40 Shabib, so 40, Drake's in-house producer, Drake's legendary in-house producer, would be mixing the album For All the Dogs. This is not a surprise. It was kind of to be expected because, Noah 40 is always involved in any project or any output that Drake got, but still kind of a confirmation to get some sort of idea of what sound he's going for, because the two of them have been a pretty good team, and it's just, nice to see them still working together. I don't know, that was kind of a given, but we got it as a fact now. Also, Drake is writing some sort of hype right now. He put out that freestyle with Central C a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. So apparently he wants to kind of get geared up for some stuff that is dropping. As I said, to kind of recap the entire thing, Drake is likely dropping either the 11th, so this upcoming Friday in 5 days, or on the 18th, the week later, which to me doesn't make sense because he's still on tour, but it seems like we're going to be getting that. But I'll keep y'all updated if anything new happens surrounding this new Drake album, so make sure you stay subscribed, because as soon as something happens, I'll drop a video. If we get a cover, if we get an announcement, if we get a track list, anything like that, I'll keep y'all posted. So that's it for the Drake theories so far. This is for the Drake facts, for all the evidence so far. Let me know what y'all think about this though. When do you think For All the Dogs is dropping? Do you see this dropping the 11th, the 18th, or after the tour, which is still a possibility because there's no set in stone announcement for this? So all your thoughts on this and everything that you got on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.